Those who have followed my channel for a long time know that I'm very, very outspoken and critical towards early access, the early access platform, and just all the shady shit that goes on the Steam early access platform. And I've been talking for a long time about how there needs to be a change and how eventually Steam is going to have competition in the marketplace for early access, and that needs to happen soon. There is a platform that is currently on Kickstarter, and I have spoken to one of the people behind this platform. Just know, guys, this isn't a sponsor video. This is nothing. I'm not getting paid. This is me talking about early access because I care about the developers who are actually trying to make a foothold for themselves in this industry through the early access platform, the ones that are doing it correctly. And I've preached for a long time about the change that needs to happen. And so Early Ninja is a platform for early access developers who are looking for something different, an alternative to the bullshit, the absolute flooding of garbage that's on Steam. So like I said, not a sponsored video. I just wanted to talk and bring light to this platform. It just went on Kickstarter today. I've been in talks with these guys. We've discussed early access and how Steam's doing it wrong, and we had some great conversations about the future of early access. So I wanted to highlight this platform specifically and see what you guys think of it. I'm going to put the video up here, and we're going to have a little discussion after this quick little snippet. So, what is Early Ninja?
At Early Ninja, we're passionate about gaming, and even more passionate about early access. But we think that something's wrong with today's model.
Can I get an amen?
Currently, developers receive all the funding to produce the game right from the start. In return, gamers get early access to the game's unfinished versions. But this model often fails. Why? Because developers either burn out or go bankrupt.
Or they're shady as hell,
leaving gamers out of pocket. And while the early access market is rising, the amount of games completed has dropped. Here's where we believe that Early Ninja offers true value to the community. Our platform will release funds to developers in installments once they reach certain milestones, meaning that gamers get their money's worth of content while developers are incentivized to complete their product. If development is interrupted or excessively delayed, you can request a refund for the game's undeveloped part, allowing you to protect your investment if something goes wrong, or reuse that money to finance another project. We believe in early access model because it helps developers to create great games. But we also believe gamers shouldn't bear all the risks related to development. To make Early Ninja a reality, we need your help.
So in more basic terms, these guys are working as a middleman, right? They take the risk instead of the consumers taking the risk, which is something that I've talked about multiple times. There's no protection for consumers when it comes to early access or buying games in general. Yes, Steam has refunds, but if you put more than 2 hours in it, you're fucked. If you have the game more than 14 days, you're fucked. So if a developer decides 3 months down the line that he's done working on it, you're fucked. You wasted that money. Early Ninja takes the brunt of that wasted potential, and they actually protect consumers because they're the ones that are doling out the funds to the developers. Now, my biggest question, and this was one that I brought up to them instantaneously, what's going to make a developer want to go to Early Ninja over Steam Early Access? Because if it was me, the hassle of having to deal with a middleman to get funding for my project, that's going to cause a little bit of an issue, right? They said the way it works on their platform is when you do an update. So when you sign up as a developer, they are assigned a person, like basically like a project manager, and you set out goals and deadlines for your project that you have to hit. Now, if you hit one of those goals, that unlocks advertising space on the front of their platform. So if I have a game and I set my alpha to, let's say, 6 months down the line, I hit it in, let's say, 7 months, that is a goal that Early Ninja is going to showcase to the community. So they can put you on the front page saying, hey, these guys just hit a deadline goal. Their game is coming along nicely. Go check it out. So now you have a way to bypass some of the flood that gets thrown onto Steam. Like, there's thousands and thousands of games being put on Steam. I think, what was it, like 50% of games on Steam came out in 2016 alone. So when they told me that, I was like, that kind of makes sense. If you're trying to get yourself in the spotlight and get your name out there, yeah, it might be a little bit more of a hassle making sure that you can hit those deadlines on time, or at least close to on time. But it's going to pay off in the end because people that are using the platform are going to see who you are. Which I thought was a pretty cool answer. And just letting you guys know, I'm not co-signing anything. I am going to support this Kickstarter, but we'll see how it goes. I've learned my lesson co-signing projects in video games. I'm not going to put my stamp of approval on it until I see this platform in action. And for me, the only way that happens is if people do support the Kickstarter. I'm not telling you guys to do anything. I'm just saying go check out their website. Go watch the videos that they have on their YouTube, and all that stuff is going to be linked down below. Check out the Kickstarter. I do have a list of all the donation tiers that they're going to have. There's a bunch of different ones. It can get you like hoodies and plush toys and access to games and stuff like that. But I would just urge you guys to check out the Kickstarter yourself if you're interested in potentially changing the landscape. One thing that they're doing is, if they don't have a game featured on their site that you're interested in, so let's say for example like Conan Exiles is coming out next week into early access. If Early Ninja isn't offering that game, you can go and vote on their website for Conan Exiles, and then they'll reach out to the developers, explain the business model, and see if they're interested in putting that game onto Early Ninja's platform, which I think is dope too. Gets the community involved, and it allows us to tell the platform what games we want to see. And it also allows us to be a little bit of a filter. So we're not sitting here voting for bullshit, garbage, shitty early access games. So I feel like this could potentially change some things when it comes to the early access platform, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go in the future. But yeah, I urge you guys, check out the Kickstarter. Again, not a sponsored video or anything. I just want to highlight it because I love the early access platform. I just hate the way that it's being handled on Steam's end, and I think it's time for an alternative. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation. Thank you guys for watching. I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Use the keyword ninja. That lets me know you guys made it to the end of this video. I'm curious. This is a big deal for me. Early access is something that has been a staple of this channel, and I want to know what you guys think of this platform moving forward. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation, and I'll see you on the next one.